Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with that real spill. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Everyone gaslighting you isn't going anywhere in life. They're going to stay stuck, miserable, and unhappy. People who gaslight people aren't going to go anywhere in life. You're going to a better place than them. You're about to leave them behind, and that's causing them to feel terrible because they haven't worked on themselves. They haven't worked on their gifts. So what they have to do is deny the reality that you can be successful. They have to deny the reality of you being more than who they know you to be. They have to deny the reality of you becoming anything bigger than you already are. And how they do that is by gaslighting you. They play with you. They uh, they make what you're doing out to be small. All right, they minimize your efforts instead of maximizing what you're doing on a larger scale, a grand scale. You're doing something on a grand scale, and what they have to do is they have to try to act like you're not doing it at all. Not only that, because if they could act like you weren't doing it and just leave it at that, that would be fine. But they gaslight you about it. It's different if somebody would just not support, but to gaslight somebody about what they're doing and what they want to be, that's evil. And when people do that, it just shows you where they're at mentally. And people like that, they don't elevate. People like that, they don't get too far in life. And if they do, they're going to end up being like that song with Pharrell. Sooner or later, it all comes crashing down, crashing down, crashing. It's going to come crashing down. As fast as they went up, it's going to be as fast as they go down. They may be up for a little bit. They may have their fun for a little bit. They may have their time for a little bit. But just as fast as they go up is just as fast as they're going to go down. All right. People like this, they don't last long with their success. All right. And people like this don't want you to last long with your success. They don't even think you should make it. So you don't need their support. They don't have to support you. But the thing is, they deny your reality. And to deny the reality of someone, it's like earth shattering. It's like you feel some way about yourself and they know that you could become successful. It's different than not supporting someone. They have to try to tear you down so that you don't even become that. So it's like, why would somebody be worried about someone not supporting them? Like, oh, okay, at least the people who don't support you, they kind of low key acknowledge what you're able to do, or what they kind of low key acknowledge what your abilities are. These people totally and utterly deny your reality. Don't you get gang stalked? Oh, who's he so important to think that his people following him around or trying to cause him to feel some type of way about himself? Who does he think he is to think that somebody would take time out there a day to try to follow him here, follow him there? And it's like, yo, they will deny your whole reality. Who are you to think that people are trying to stop you from working at your job? Or who are you to think that people are trying to do this or do that? Why would they deny that, but knowing that they went through something similar, but not offer any help? They don't want to see you succeed. They're not going to offer you any help. When you try to ask them for help, they're going to gaslight you and tell you that you're the one that's the problem. Because when you go to someone who gaslights you about something similar that you're dealing with, all right, because if you're chosen, then you deal with certain similar things at your job. You deal with some certain similar things with your family members. You deal with certain things in all aspects of life. It's just because there are people who are narcissistic. There are people who gaslight people because it's what they have to revert to as their defense mechanism against people that make them feel inferior. And then there are people who are just, moving through life, attacking their goals and attacking their dreams, no matter what is being thrown at them. You may have a dream, you may not be able to keep no job. It doesn't mean that you don't have a dream, and it doesn't mean you don't have anything to be successful at. It doesn't mean you don't have gifts. It doesn't mean you don't have a talent. It just means that you're that popular and you're that popping, and people could see your gift possibly even before you can, and they hate being around you because it's making them feel inferior and inadequate. So what do? They have to project that inferiority, and they have to project that inadequacy onto you. Oh, you probably feel like you can't keep a job nowhere, some of y'all, but it's only because you're not even meant to be working. You're not meant to be having a job. You have a gift and a talent that you need to be acting out on, but there are people around you who gaslit you about it. It's different than saying, yo, I don't support that. There are people who will acknowledge that their child can play guitar real well, but they want them to go to college. There are people who will acknowledge the fact that you have a gift about you, but they want you to be a doctor. I understand you have that, but I would prefer if you be a doctor. Then you can go pursue that afterwards. And you want to pursue that, and they're like, yo, you know what? I don't support that. They won't gaslight you about your experience though, and make you and deny that you have a skill though. It's different not supporting someone and then denying that somebody has a gift from God that they can go out and do something and be successful with it. They may just not want you to because that's what they feel you should do. Are they still trying to control your life in some way, in some aspects? Yes. Is it right? No. But they want the best for you, which is not bad. There are a lot of people who want the best for you, but some people who want the best for you, they only appear to want the best for you. What they really want is the best for themselves because they want to control your life. It's different when somebody just wants to see you happy and that's the route they want you to take. Is that an aspect of controlling somebody's life? Yes. But to deny somebody of being great in the first place, to deny somebody of being better than what you're treating them like in the first place, that is destructive because that person is going to doubt themselves. That person is not going to feel good about themselves. That person is not going to be able to think that they can do anything right. That person is going to just be stuck in a shell of inadequacy and feel like I'm not an inferiority and feel like I'm not good at anything. That's why people will have all the anxiety in the world. That's why people will have all the fear in the world. And that's why people will be going through life feeling that everybody else is better than them and everybody else can succeed and everybody else is good at it and everybody else can do it except for them. They feel they like some of us have gone through life and felt like we can't do shit. Some of us have gone through life and felt like we can't do anything. And then the one thing that we actually can do and be good at, we get gaslit about it. We don't need your support as far as somebody knowing that, oh, I support you and your efforts and you should go do that. You don't have to support it. Just let me know I'm good at something. Don't try to make me think I'm not good at any fucking thing. Don't try to excuse my language. Don't try to make me feel like I'm not good at doing anything. Because that's weird, man. That's weird to make somebody feel like, oh, they're like to really make somebody feel that they're not good at anything because this person in all actuality is good at everything. Chosen ones are good at everything. Anything we put our hands on is going to turn to gold. Anything that we fiddle with, anything that we fool around with, anything that we play with, anything that we touch is going to work out in our favor. And we're going to end up becoming an expert at it. All you got to do is take some time with it. You can do things that you don't even know how to do because it's the God in you operating in you, through you, and as you, and you're connected. See, you have a connection to source as a chosen one. You're like Jesus. You have a connection to source, and you have that source that you have a connection to is a connection to infinite intelligence. And that infinite intelligence is all knowing, it's all being, it's God. Same thing Jesus had a connection to. That's why he said in the Bible, you can do what I did and greater. Nobody's around here saying, I'm the Messiah. That's stupid. People are so afraid and so brainwashed that you say I am Jesus and they think you think that you're the second coming. Nobody's crazy around here. Nobody's expecting. No, I'm not looking for anybody to call me Yahweh Ben Yahweh. No offense to that brother or whatever, but I think people might have had him confused too. All he was I'm not sure what he was doing. I can't speak on that, but there were people who were treating him like he thought he was God. And I'm pretty sure all he was doing was spreading a positive message. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but just use the man as a reference. All right, I'm not I'm not definitely not. I don't want that. I don't want that business. All right. I deal with God from a point of love and from a point of understanding. I know that God put us here to be our greatest selves. He put us here to be our greatest version. You become too great, they become too fake. All right. And and as soon as you become great, they become too hate. They come to hate as soon as you become great. And it's like, this person sees that they could do something with themselves or be something that we don't see in ourselves, or that we don't like. The minute you feel some way about yourself that other people don't, it's going to make them feel inferior. And when you feel that way, people could sense that presence on you, so they're not going to want you around them. All right. And then when you try to explain your situation to other people who already know that this is the type of person you are, they're going to deny it. When you're great and people can see greatness on you, when you have an anointing and people can see that on you, they see your shine, they see you glow, they know that you're here to do great things, and they're low-key hating, they're going to deny that reality. They're going to gaslight you and try to make you feel like you're not different. You're not different than anybody else. But some people got to take it a step further and make you feel like you're less than everybody else. And why do they do that? Because they have an inferiority complex. And when you get around them, you make them feel inferior because they know that you're here to do great things. They know that you're here to do great works and astonishments and things like that. Not to say that you're not obviously nobody's saying that we're the second coming, but when you say I am Jesus, you are saying to yourself that I can do the same things that Jesus did and greater. Just is that what he said? If that's not what he said, I'll stop saying it. If that's not what Jesus said, I'll stop saying that. Somebody not find that in the Bible. Look for that and not find it in the Bible. I guarantee you'll be wrong. If I bet you money on that, you'd be wrong. That's not what he meant. That's what he said. What do you mean it's not what he meant? You did the works I did, you can do in greater. Come on now. Stop playing with a vessel. All right? Just because you don't feel great and you don't want to take responsibility for you and your walking and bear your cross in life, that's not people who want to achieve greatness fault. That's not the fault of people who want to achieve greatness. They want to achieve greatness, you want to achieve fakeness. That's not their fault. They go be great, we'll go be great. You can go be fake and act like you're not here to do something great. Act like you don't have anything great in you. If you want to act like that, if that's the life you want to live, so be it. We're going to live like we know what we know to be true. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. All things. He didn't say one thing. He didn't say work. He didn't say school. He didn't say working at McDonald's. He didn't say working at Fuddruckers. He didn't. Whoa, took it back. He didn't say working at the Blue this or whatever, the ice cream shop. He said I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That's all things. That's whatever you put your freaking mind to, you can do. And because they've always seen that spirit in you and on you, moving through you and as you, they had to gaslight you. So, he's gonna leave a trail blazing. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna be? How is everybody gonna look at us? It's a competition with life. Instead of like, yeah, wow, we got this great person that we know. They had to crush you, put you down, and make you think that you were less than everybody. They had to hold off your greatness as long as they possibly could. They had to hold off you becoming great as long as they possibly could. They had to try to fool you and make you think that you couldn't become great because they wanted you to miss out on in certain things in life. They didn't want you to be great early on because you would have realized how great you were and you would have been so great you would have got the hell away from them. And all that misery and negativity, and as Mr. Krabs would say, all that misery and woe. You would have gotten away from all that misery and woe. All right, they treat you like you're SpongeBob. You got a whole bunch of Mr. Krabs and Squidwards around you, and you need to find some sandy cheeks. Somebody that's positive, somebody that is there for you, somebody that got a positive outlook on life. All right. They put all the stuff, there's so many narcissistic dynamics in cartoons. Psychologists, I'm sure, they probably have a field day watching television and shows. It's like they could probably point out so many different dynamics like, whoa, that's a narc. That's somebody that's manipulative. That's somebody gaslighting. And they have people acting these things out in real life because people are watching the shows and unconscious and unaware of what they're putting in there, what is entering them through the entertainment. They're unaware of it, so they're being entertained by something, and then they're taking in that spirit and going out and acting like it in the real world. We all used to watch Power Rangers and this show and that show and go out and pretend what we just saw on TV. You don't think it's any different when it's other shows and how people act? You can slam that door all you want. I don't give a goddamn. You loser. Go ahead with your loser self. Anyway, keep going with what we're going with. Little interruption from the losers out there. Everyone gaslighting you isn't going anywhere in life. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be miserable, and they're going to be unhappy. That's why people slam doors. That's why people get upset. That wall's so thick you can't even hear nobody through it. But when they walk past my door, they know what I'm doing because you can hear people outside the door, but you can't hear people through that thick wall. It's concrete. And I'm on the stairs on the other side. It's nobody even next to me. I chose this room on purpose, so that way I wouldn't disturb nobody. There's just no way you can hear nobody. I don't hear them, they don't hear me. People who gaslight you are miserable and they're stuck and they're not going anywhere. People who do noise campaigns and slam doors are stuck and miserable and they're not going anywhere. They know what I'm doing. They don't walk past my just about what the 100,000th video I done made here so far. Every day they walk past my room and they hear what I'm doing and they slam those doors on purpose because they're stuck, miserable, and unhappy. And they want their little 5 seconds of fame. Everyone gaslighting you is not going anywhere. I guarantee you next year, when God, by the grace of God, some things will change, and by the grace of God, some things will be different. All right, all glory to God. And if I'm working towards better. All right, so I'm hoping and praying and knowing that things will improve, even if it's not all the way how I want it to be. By the grace of God, some things will improve. But I'm telling you, I guarantee you these people will still be here and be miserable as all heck, stuck and unhappy doing the same thing because they didn't go after what they wanted in life. Some people, see, here's the issue. See, I'm glad that they did that because now God's about to bring it on home. They deny their own reality of success. They deny their own reality of success and they deny everybody else's reality of success. If I'm not going to be successful, you ain't either. They deny your reality of success because they denied their own reality of success. My beard's growing back in, y'all. I'm about to put some rubbing alcohol on it in a minute. As soon as I finish this video. They deny their own reality of being successful. So because they don't want to work as hard, they feel that they're already good enough. They don't want to have to do anything extra. All right. They probably they don't feel that they have anything that they could be good at. And when they see somebody who knows what they could be good at, who knows what they want to do in life, who knows what they want out of life, they slam doors and get angry and get upset because it's killing them inside. Because you're probably killing your dream as far as killing it as far as what you're doing. Don't kill your dream, but you know what I mean. You're working on it. You're adamantly staying diligent with it. You're working on it each and every day. You're not giving up because of pieces of you know what, like them. People who want you to give up. People who want you to hate your life. People who want you to hate yourself. People who see you don't got nothing else but your dream and you're going after it and you're working on it. And they want to be the worst type of person that they could possibly be around you because you making them feel some type of way. You making them recognize and look inside and look at some things that they don't want to look at themselves about. They don't want to deal with that internal work. They don't want to look at themselves and have to reanalyze that they gave up on their dream 5 years ago, that they quit and gave up on their dream last month, that they got tired because things weren't working out and they didn't think that they could do it, or they were weak enough and they let somebody who was negative in their ear stop them from going after what they wanted to be, do, and have. You're not letting anybody talk you out of your goals. They done tried to talk you out of this. They done tried to talk you out of that. They done fired you from this, fired you from that, let you go from here, let you go from there, told you wasn't nothing, and you still going after what you want to do. Some way, somehow, you still found a way. You slipped through the cracks, and you still found a way to make something of yourself, to be something, to do something, so you could have something. And they're even mad at that. You probably don't even fit in society or fit in the real world, and you felt bad about that and don't feel good about that, but you still continue to press forward and move forward with your life. People can't even stand the sight of you, let alone stand to be around you for a few seconds. I done dealt with that at every job since I was 16 years old. Being around people at working at a Burger King where the people didn't even want me there, making it hard for me to work. I'm going home and trying to, hey, can you help me with this? I'm having issues at the job. Well, maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem. The first job? Not even making any sense. Not even telling me anything other than maybe you're the problem. People just projecting and gaslighting onto you like no other. I done tried this, I done tried that. You have to do something that works for you. All right, and I was the hardest worker there. And if not the hardest worker, I was one of them. I was doing when everybody was talking around, talking and doing I'm moving this, moving boxes, organizing this, organizing that, sweeping. I know how to work now. It's just people get intimidated and they feel inferior because you got a bomb work ethic. So now it's time for you to take that work ethic and put it into yourself. Now it's time to take that what you needed other people to see in you and see it in yourself. All right, you don't need their support. They may not have looked at you like you wanted them to, but you still got to keep moving and you still got to keep going. Just because they denied themselves and they denied their experience and they denied their ability to be successful, they denied their reality of them being rich. Because whether you know it or not, there is a reality for each and every one of us. We may not be living in it right now, but there's a reality in another plane, in another time and space where we are rich. All we have to do is accept it and welcome it, and little facets of it will start to come into our lives until it totally manifests. And that's the reality that we live in, because that's what we chose to live in. They did not choose to become successful. They see you have the ability to break these curses, break these chains, and to become successful. So they want to deny you and your abilities and deny the things that make you great, because they see it as the day is long. They see it as clear as day. They see it just like the sun rise up every morning, just like you get up every day. They got to see you and watch you shine. So they have to deny that reality because it makes them feel better about who they are. Everyone gaslighting you isn't going anywhere in life. They're going to be stuck, miserable, and unhappy because they denied themselves. So they are trying to deny you too. They want you to deny your reality. They want you to deny the facts that you have something that you can do with your life and you can become great in life. Don't deny that. Go out and try that. Don't be miserable. Don't be stuck. Don't be unhappy. Don't associate with those things. Don't choose those things for yourself. Just because they chose them for themselves, they're trying to force it on you. Don't let them do it. People love to force unhappiness on other people. They love to force misery on other people. It's because they want you to stay stuck with them and not become nothing. If you don't become what they want you to become, they deny your reality. If they see that you're too great and you make them feel inferior, they deny your reality. They see you about to take the manager's job, the vice president job, the CEO job, they're going to deny your reality. You about to have everybody job in there, and you'd still sweep the floor. You'd still do the dishes. You'd still take out the trash because you just got that in you. That's why they're so afraid of you. You're humble. You're positive. You stand up for yourself. You stand up for what's right. You don't take none of their BS. They see they can't use you or manipulate you. They think that you're gonna have the rest of the coworkers doing a mutiny or something. The people who gaslit you are going to suffer, yo, and they're going to suffer their own fate because they denied themselves a long time ago. They denied the fact that they could win in life. They denied the fact that they could have more out of life. They denied the fact that they can go anywhere in life further than they're already at now. Why would you deny your own greatness? It don't make no sense. Why would you deny the fact that you could have better than you already have right now? They denied their entrance into heaven's gates a long time ago. You can have heaven right here, right now. You don't have to die and wait till you go into the sky to experience joy, to experience peace, to experience riches and wealth. It's going to be there when you get there too, but you were put here to experience it now. You were put here to have it now. And there's nothing stopping you from having it now. But the people who see your ability to do more with the little bit that you have, they're worried. They know you're gonna do. You making $7.50 an hour at some of them little crappy jobs 5-6 years ago. They was afraid that you was gonna take that little 200, little 300 every 2 weeks, and you was gonna become a millionaire with it. They really had thoughts like that. So and so he gonna blow up with that little bit. He gonna take that and he gonna rule the world with that little bit. We gotta stop him trying to make it hard for you so you don't want to come back. Who wants to be around people who are miserable? Who wants to be around people who make it hard for them when you know you're smart enough to go out and do something else? You may not have it figured out yet, but you will. Don't even worry about that. God will show you what to do. He'll lead you in the right direction. Your angels will speak to you. A miracle will happen where you'll meet the right people. You will perform the right actions. A lot of you may be worried about where you're going in life. Don't worry. Don't worry, all right? You already are successful. You're already at the top. You're already who you want to be. Start taking some action on your life. Whatever you want to do, start taking some action on it. Whatever you want to be, start becoming it. Start doing some things to go out and be it. People got the nerve to say, well, you just talking and you're not doing anything. It takes money to do stuff, stupid. You're supposed to just go someplace and be homeless and just go stand out someplace where it's not even no electricity and just be like, hey, I'm great. You're gonna look like a retard. No, excuse my language. You're gonna look like somebody, you're gonna look like you're gonna look like a dumbass, man. Y'all know I didn't mean nothing with that, all right? You're gonna look like a dumbass, man. You're gonna look like a complete fool going out and just, I don't have no money, but I'm just gonna go out and just do whatever. Even when Cat Williams left, he had like what, $1,400 or $4,000 or something. He left, even though he was homeless and out in the street, he had money. So he could at least look presentable, so he could buy some clothes and get a job. If you go out with nothing, you're going to suffer for a while and you're going to regret that decision. Yes, God will be there to help you. Yes, God will be there for you, but it's going to be a whole lot harder. You're going to be making God's job 10 times harder than it needs to be. People talking, oh, you're just talking. You're not even doing anything. You got to have money first, fool. See, you are smart and there's a method to your madness, and that's why they got to gaslight you. You're highly intelligent and you have to learn how to make people highly irrelevant. You are highly intelligent and you have to learn how to make these people highly irrelevant. They will gaslight you out of your own intelligence and have you doubting yourself and making you think you're not the one, making you think you're not who you know you are to be. And you know you're that person. And you show you're that person. And that's why they gaslight your ass. That's why they got to hurt you and try to treat you so bad about yourself. I hear you out there listening. I don't care. Everyone gaslighting you is going nowhere in life. They're going to stay stuck, stay miserable, and stay unhappy. And I suggest that you don't join them. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. We out. Peace, love, and light. No, I had to do it to you.